It's alive! It's alive!
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to talk about my absolute favorite champions that are 100% free. All you have to do is play this game long enough to get the daily login reward champions. And really, truth be told, that's all you need to some extent. Now, if you want to compete in faction wars, in end game, PvP arena, or of course in hard difficulty Doom Tower, you're going to have more than just these champions, or, you know, Fire Knight stage 20 or 25 eventually. But for the most part, anywhere else in the game, this team is so robust in terms of a dependable, versatile team that you can use in a variety of different areas. And even if you can't use them all together all the time, you can definitely get a tremendous amount of use on each of these champions individually. So shut up, Ash. Who are the damn champions, man?
Please, have mercy.
Okay, so champion number one, I'm going to talk about how I'd advise you guys build them as well, and then we're going to put them all together. Scyl the Drake's champion number one. I love building her in a stun set with Fearsome Presence Mastery. That's a tier 6 mastery on the defensive tree. Give you an additional 5% chance of placing that stun debuff. I also like going support on my Scyl of the Drakes, getting these lay on hands and healing savior to boost up her heals, which she executes every round as well. I love this champion. You guys know, I mean, I'm not even going to spend too much long talking about her, because you know, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, that I think she's just one of the best in the game, cream of the crop. She's a defensive based champion. She has decreased speed, the big version, and decreased turn meter on her A1. Already great, and we've just got to her first ability. On her A2, an AoE attack attacks all enemies 2 times, each with a 35% chance win boot of landing a stun. Make it 40% chance because we grabbed that tier 6 Fearsome Presence Mastery. Very good ability, and we have her in a stun set on top of that. That's an extra 23% chance because of Fearsome Presence to land a stun. You know, long story short, she's almost always landing a stun when you have her in a stun set plus Fearsome Presence. One of the best CC champions out there to have that almost guaranteed stun on a 3-turn cooldown. We also have a revival with Ally Protect. We also have the heal by 10% of their max HP at the start of every single turn, plus increased speed. What more do you want from a woman here than Scyl?
When I see something that I like, I got it. I love it.
We have crit damage on the gauntlets, we have defense on the chest, we have speed on the boots, and as I mentioned, we have a stun set on her. So big fan of Scyl of the Drakes. These are not going to be, you know, in-depth guides on any of these champions because we have 4 to get to here. She's the only legendary on the list, I believe. Scrolling down here, I thought about making it a top 5 video and including Archmage Helmet, but I knew you guys wouldn't let me get away with that, would you? He's a farmable in Doom Tower normal champion, but I didn't think it was fair to include him on the list, but he would be on the list if I could include him. Champion number 2, surprise, surprise. Again, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you know that I love all these champions, especially Dark Elhain. I build Dark Elhain a little bit differently than a lot of people. She's a really good champion, and sometimes I run her, most of the times I run her in a reflex set. I love her in reflex, however, for whatever reason, I don't have her in a full reflex right now. I guess I had to swap too much gear around. So I like having her in reflex because she only has 2 active abilities. So you have a chance of resetting, 40% chance of resetting Death's Majesty every single round, which is great. However, you can build her basically anyway. She's an easy champion to build. She's a nuker, but she's a nuker specialist. Now note here that I put my Dark Elhain in attack percentage on her boots. She's one of the only champions that I have with attack percentage on her boots. Maybe only 2 or 3 kind of nukers with special circumstances. The reason I have that, and really quickly, attack on a percentage on the boots, attack percentage on the chest, and crit damage on the gauntlets, that gives her a whopping 5k attack with an 88, 258 and crit rate, crit damage. That's really hard nukes. And again, attack on the banner, crit damage on the amulet as well, and defense with a double attack roll on the ring. So why do we do that? Because of her passive. instantly removes any freeze debuffs on this champion and replaces them with these. And then on their other one, fills this champion's turn meter by 25% and instantly activates Death's Majesty skill whenever this champion or an ally receives a freeze debuff. It's insane for Ice Golem and for Doom Tower waves. We'll watch that in just a moment here. In terms of masteries, we went offense and defense, trying to score those retributions off those counterattacks on our A1, and War Master seems to be an appropriate tier 6 mastery for Dark Elhain. Certainly don't just blindly copy these masteries. Go ahead and read them for yourselves. See what makes the most sense for you and the team that you have these champions on. So that's Dark Elhain. She's a tremendous champion. She has the decreased max HP as well on the A1, good for Scarab King, and then of course again the increased attack and an AoE attack with the decreased speed, 75% chance, all on a 3-turn cooldown. Very, very good daily login reward champion. I highly advise you guys all build Dark Elhain and consider Reflex set as well, although we won't be watching that today in this video. Next up is going to be, my man, Ghrush the Mangler. Ghrush, I slept on this dude for way too long. He is a really, really good addition to the game. He's a defense-based champion, and his defense is pretty decent at 1321. He is a little slow at 94, but it's okay. He's bringing a lot to the table here. In terms of artifact sets, by the way, on artifact sets on Dark Elhain, you can go speed, you can go savage, just extra crit damage for crit damage gear, or crit rate gear if you need help justifying those crit damage gauntlets and getting enough crit rate stacked on her. Feel free to add those crit rate sets on her as well. Cruel also works on Dark Elhain. She's also a great arena nuker as well. So in terms of the skills of Ghrush, man, it's all about heals, man. This guy's a really, really underrated and good healer, and he's tough to kill. Because of the leech, he has a 75% chance of placing a leech for 2 turns on his A1. That's very dependable, very, very useful in that regard on this A1. A lot of healing. On his A2, an AoE on a 4-turn cooldown with decreased crit damage or a decreased attack on all enemies. We'd love this to be both or just decreased attack. Decreased crit damage, I'm not as high on that debuff. Either way, on his A3, this is the big one. It's an AoE attack, which does a decent amount of damage. On top of that, we're placing a big version of continuous heal on all allies for 2 turns, and then an additional small version of continuous heal on all allies for 1 turns if at least 1 enemy is hit with a critical hit. So it's imperative to have this guy very close to 96%, if not fully 100% crit rate. We need him to be pulling off those critical hits every time, at least 1 on that A3, and sometimes they're only going against a boss. So we're prioritizing defense on this champion. I do have crit damage on his amulet and accuracy on his banner, really aiming for over 300 accuracy for Doom Tower on Ghrush, over 200 for level 20 dungeons, over 250 soon on level 25 dungeons is what we're going to be aiming for. We have crit rate on his gauntlets. You can go crit damage if you can find the crit rate elsewhere, but for Ghrush, I just strongly recommend you guys going crit rate or going defense percentage on the gauntlets if, again, you can find that crit rate in substats on other artifacts. So you have some options there. In terms of artifact sets, speed works, accuracy works. You know, speed champions, slower champions, I like to try to speed them up by giving them at least 1 speed set if I can, right? So again, we already showed you defense and speed on the boots and on the chest on our Ghrush. In terms of masteries, again, we went War Master, then we came down, picked up Lasting Gifts, definitely on those continuous heals. Really, really important to get Lasting Gifts on all your continuous heal champions. And then we have Sniper as well. We could have went actually with Master Hexer. As a matter of fact, I think I would redo this. Cancel everything you've seen. We'll give you the Men in Black light there. I would prefer Master Hexer on this champion as opposed to Sniper. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I would prefer both of them, actually. This is one of those weird champions where you'd like a lot of masteries because he's doing a lot. He's bringing a lot to the team. Anyway, War Master is our tier 6 mastery on Ghrush. And then last but not least, let me get yours truly out of the center of the screen. And then we can go into battle here, guys. It is Shieldguard. Man, Shieldguard is so sick, so insane in lifesteal gear. Put this dude in vamp gear, and he is legitimately let me think before I say this. The second most useful uncommon champion in the game, but they're in a tier of the Armiger and Shieldguard to me are in like S tier uncommon. And then there's a big drop off before you get to the Sauruses of the world and the other useful uncommon champions, at least in my opinion. So Lifesteal is excellent for Shieldguard. We have a 94%, 237 total stats. We have defense. He's a defense-based champion, which is great too, because uncommons are squishy as is. So having him defense-based, perfect. Sign me up. Defense on the chest. We have crit damage. You really want to try to get crit damage if you can on his gauntlets, because you can put out a serious amount of damage. And then speed on the boots. We have defense on the banner, looking for speed substats there. And we're also looking for crit damage on the amulet. And defense, again, on the ring there. So again, another slow champion at 89 base speed. In terms of masteries, we have War Master and we have Retribution on this dude. Let me move myself aside here. And again, don't blindly copy, but a pretty solid defense and offense tree for you guys to take a look at here for Shieldguard. So in terms of his skills, what makes him so good? Well, on the A1, he has decreased speed, the weak version. Not that big of a deal since we already have Dark Elhain on this specific team, but it's nice to have that if you don't have any decreased speed on your team already. And this is it, guys. This is it. Battle Stance. Attacks all enemies, fills his champion's turn meter by 20% on each critical hit. Boom, you hit a wave, and boom, you're back to full turn meter with Battle Stance on a 1-turn cooldown. How cool is that, right? And Lifesteal, Battle Stance is enough to keep him totally alive. This dude in Lifesteal, as I have right now, can solo a Nightmare campaign. There's not many champions in the entire game who can do that, guys. So on his passive here, removes 1 debuff from this champion at the start of each turn. Why not? Why not give an uncommon a very unique passive like that? Why not? So very, very cool champion. I'm a big fan of Shieldguard. So I won't show you him solo a Nightmare campaign because that would probably take a little bit too long, but I will show you him solo stage 15 of Miniatures Labyrinth, and you guys will see kind of how it all works, right? In Lifesteal gear, how sick he is. That's his battle stance. He goes right back into full turn meter. And again, he's 1 turn away from having that back off cooldown. Boom, there we go again. AoE attack, and he's back at full health again. Boom, AoE attack again. And again, these champions are dealing a lot of damage to him, but he's able to just, you know, and he'll actually cleanse that block cooldown skills. Boom, we cleanse it thanks to the passive. How handy is that, you know? So really, really good champion, really fun champion. One of the more fun champions in the game. I'll tell you what, I mentioned this a few times here on the channel before, but I'd love to see Plarium add some more unique, uncommon, common, and rare champions to the game. They're adding a lot of really OP, and he removed the Hex debuff, no big deal. They're adding a lot of OP legendary champions, a lot of OP epic champions. Power creep is real inside the game, but you don't see, they don't make them like Shieldguard anymore, do they, ladies and gentlemen? So you guys can kind of get the gist here. I guess I'll let him finish off the battle, might as well. He's put in all the work. Let the fella go. This is probably 1 minute and 40 seconds of your life that you guys will never get back.
Synchronize your watches.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't wear a watch. Time is a construct.
But it's worth it watching him solo. And he can do this, like, he's just really good. He can solo farm campaign as well. He's a very, very versatile and, ironically, it sounds like an oxymoron, but a useful uncommon champion. And there he goes. So why does this even make sense? Is this practically useful for you guys? Of course it is. You can have him farm up, you know, a new champion that you're working on. Instead of paying 800 gems to, you know, farm up all their masteries, you can put him with that champion that you're working on getting their masteries maxed on the same team, just 2 champions, and all the scrolls are going to go to whoever he's power leveling, masteries for. There we go. So let me show you Doom Tower real quick, guys. I'm going to show you all these guys on the same team. We're going to go all the way to the tippity top here at floor 119, specifically this floor, because we have to contend with a lot of freeze. And that's why we're going to see champions like Dark Elhain shine. I do have a Stag Knight on this team because I needed a debuffer to add to the team. I probably could have gotten by using just War Maiden. As a matter of fact, when I show you Ice Golem with these champions, I will just use War Maiden as well there. But you guys can see the first wave generally going to be easy. It's really the second wave here that's going to be challenging, especially with the Mountain Kings and the Siphies and the Rotos. It's a challenging wave, and then we have to contend with all the frees as well. So a lot being thrown at us here, but again, check it out, man. Dark Elhain and Shieldguard putting out an insane amount of damage. Between Ghrush and Scyl the Drakes, we really have all the heals that we need. Now, unfortunately, the block debuffs buff by Siphi is causing none of the stuns to land, so we can't rely on Scyl the Drake's stun, and we are going to lose a champion here and there, but it's okay. We have the revival on Scyl the Drakes. Just a tremendous kind of, combination here, team. I'm such a big fan of these champions, and the fact that you can kind of haphazardly stick all these champions together, and it still works, to me, really proves something. You don't have to run this team together. It's not like a run my 4 favorite champions together, guys. It's not about that. I'm not kind of highlighting this team, although it's an incredibly effective team, if the affinity is right, is correct, which it is in this case. So finally, Dark Elhain gets picked up for the last time, hopefully, and here we go going into the freeze wave. And you can see anytime anybody's frozen, Dark Elhain is going to start going to town here. Unless we just take care of them all. We had a nice little rotation going in, and Scyl starts landing her stuns. And look at that, you can see the big version and the small version. There goes Dark Elhain, Death's Majesty, boom, sayonara, see you later, team. Wow. So Stag Knight put out 230,000 damage, Shieldguard 400k, Ghrush 270, Scyl 170, and Dark Elhain actually getting beat out by the uncommon Shieldguard. Boom. Really, really love this team here, guys. Let me show you one more, and we'll call it a video, okay? Ice Golem. I could show you, actually, do you guys need to see Ice Golem?
No, not real.
You know what I'll do? I'm going to fast forward to the end of Ice Golem so I can show you. There's no aura on this team because I have, random champions here. I do have War Maiden on this team, though. So I'm going to go to the Ice Golem, and I'm going to show you how amazing Dark Elhain is in this matchup. Be right back. All right, guys, so here we are at the Ice Golem, and maybe it was a bad idea to add War Maiden because she's died like 5 times in this on the second wave, but still just going to keep picking her up and picking her up and picking her up. And she barely stays alive there. Look at War Maiden's HP, man. Ouch. But look at Shieldguard's HP, man. He's going to be healing himself. He doesn't even need the double heals on this squad. But look at Dark Elhain. Anytime anybody's frozen, she's going to automatically go in with her 5k attack because we were able to get those boots, the attack percentage boots on her. And it really sucks we don't have a dependable debuffer on the team because War Maiden is just too squishy. I might have like no gear on her either. I have no idea right now. So probably should have looked into that beforehand. But still, we're going to be able to beat this Ice Golem here, and War Maiden dies again. The War Maiden bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. I hope Scyl picks up Ghrush. I really hope she picks up Ghrush. Although, Dark Elhain and Shieldguard could probably solo this battle. That's how nasty they both are on this team. I don't know what positioning that I had them in offhand. But either way, you guys will see. So okay, yes, she picks up Ghrush. She picked up the right dude. It's all good. We're good to go. But yeah, if we had a proper debuffer on this team, the battle might already be over. Who knows? But it's nice to have those backup heals from Ghrush in situations like this, right? I mean, Syl's already back to, at least she can withstand an AoE attack right here. And no minions were alive, so that was all gravy. Just gotta be careful right there on Dark Elhain. Sometimes she can do so much damage that she does trigger a couple of those back-to-back AoE attacks. So we gotta be careful of that. But here she goes. She takes down one of the minions. We have the leech up now as well. Don't underestimate, don't sleep on that leech. And also, don't sleep on the decreased speed, which we can land off of Dark Elhain's A1 onto the Ice Golem himself. I mean, War Maiden, we love you, sister, but you're really letting us down.
What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that.
All right, so we do get the decreased crit damage, and there it is, the decreased speed on the A1. And my bad on Dark, it's not Dark Elhain, it's still the Drakes who has a decreased speed on her A1. The leech on the A1, as you guys can see there, of Ghrush. And again, 3 minutes and 4 minutes or so. If we had Stag Knight, this would have been over a long time ago. Or Tyrell, probably even better for the Aura lead. There you go, War Maiden. You want to do something? You want to do something, War Maiden? Give it to him. Go ahead. Boom, there we go. Decreased defense on the boss. Thank you very much. We got there. Yeah, she's struggling in this one, but who knows? It doesn't matter because, you know, at the end of the day, we did it. Well, not yet, but we're almost there. So what I want to do, guys, is just show you this team in the arena. It's not an arena team, not these four together. However, Dark Elhain and Scyl the Drakes can be great for arena. I wouldn't necessarily say the same about the rest of the team, but hey, we get it done. Warmaiden puts out 225,000 damage. Dark Elhain puts out 2.4 million damage. Ghrush puts out 400k heals, Scyl the Drakes 500k heals, and Shieldguard 1.8 million damage with a lot of healing himself, 633. Takes the lead there just in self-heals. But keep in mind, some of that is the leech as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and sell this, and let's have a little bit of fun here in the arena. I can feel you guys tuning out of the video right now and be like, oh, I don't want to watch this team in the arena. All right, let's have fun against this team. This team, by the way, let me just show you. You guys don't really care, right? You guys just want to chill for a little bit, right? This team, love it so much. This dude, Nekret the Great, super pay to win, but he puts all these debuffs on Trunda. Check it out. At the beginning of the turn, block debuffs, ally protect, strengthen, shield, double shield, increase attack, or that's, my bad, that's Arbiter, but still.
I really regret opening my mouth.
That's so much, man, that he is doing before anybody even goes, kind of like a hegemon type thing, where he acts before the battle even starts, and he puts all those buffs on the ally with the lowest HP, who's gonna be your nuker. And I just love this dude, man. I know it has nothing to do with the video at all, but hopefully you guys don't mind. So what I want to do after this one's over, which it should be as soon as we kill Scyl right now. There we go. I'll show you this team, the four champions. We'll just have some fun in the arena, see what we can do, right? Dark Elhain, though, I could just spotlight her by herself in the arena because she's a serious arena nuker. Especially good to bring in as a specialist nuker instead of whoever you run, Skullcrown, Trunda, whoever you might have as your main nuker. Kale, if you have Dark Elhain, you can run her if you go against like a Torment team, you know, because she's gonna auto go and remove the freeze from herself every time she's attacked. So let's go ahead and see what we can find here. Give me a new list. There we go. Spend a few gems. It's for the video. It's for the content. So Ghrush, Scyl, Dark Elhain, and Shieldguard. There's no decreased defense here, and there's also no aura on this team. So we've really got something special going on here, boys and girls. Here we go. So what do we want to start out? An AoE with a continuous heals. I guess we'd rather have the decrease attack. Luckily though, 3 force, and we have 2 spirit. Not good for Dark Elhain though. Didn't put it do a lot of damage though, I must say. Can we pull off any of these stuns? Maybe on Rotos, let's see. Okay, all 4. Boom! Thank you very much. All right, let's go into Shieldguard. Puts out some decent damage there. Dark Elhain. Boom. If only we had a if only we had a decreased defense here. Let's see. Can we get Rotos down? There's no revivers on the team. Close, but no cigar. And now we don't need to revive. We can just keep trying to kill Rotos here. We do. Now I can just put it on auto. Sweet. Hey man, I'm proud of this team. We're only gonna show you one battle because we'll likely lose all the rest. But at the end of the day, yeah, we'll do 2. Who cares? Who cares? You guys are just chilling. I don't know why, but I feel like some weird pressure to try to make my videos a little bit shorter because I think people get intimidated by a long run time sometimes. And they're just like, dude, I don't want to watch a half an hour of Raid Shadow Legends, you know, or anything. Some people, you know. But at the same time, I personally like consuming content that's a little bit longer, just my personal preference. So, I don't know, I guess the golden rule of YouTube, right, is make content that you would like to watch. So, that's what we're doing in this video for sure. So, again, another interesting team. Let's just see how we do. I mean, there's 2 force here, so can't be that bad. I find a new OP arena team? Certainly not. I'm not sure what they're going to auto here. Ooh, this one's not looking so good. This one's not looking so hot. Yeah. All right. I have a bad feeling about this one. All those counterattacks, dealing with a miscreated stun, dealing with Razen's hard-hitting A1, losing my poor Shieldguard, almost losing my Dark Elhain, another counterattack. Yeah, this one's toast. We are toast. Guys, we'll go ahead and do the sign off now. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you enjoyed spotlighting these 4 champions who I'm just such a huge big fan of. Check out all of these champions online kind of guides and artifact suggestions. Thanks to Ayumi Love. That will be in the show notes below. I always try to include that website because I think it's just such a wealth of knowledge for all champions and kind of gearing guides. Again, don't just blindly copy paste anything from that website, but it's a good source for you guys. So guys, that's where we're going to end it. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way till the end, and as always, take care, guys.